Welcome, everybody, to the Genesis Mindset. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you how to navigate the liquidity paths in the Atropa ecosystem. But it's not just to the Atropa ecosystem. This applies to everything with the liquidity paths on pulsechain. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it with BFF. BFF, that the late. So the challenge, of course, is to get to the 8K mark. But in actuality, what we should be doing as a collective is aiming for the 10K mark, because we've still got a few little Jeeps selling at the 8K mark. People aren't holding, people aren't stabilizing. So if we aim for 10K, maybe we can stay at the 10K rather than aiming for 8K where Maria wants us to get to, and then people start selling because they're impatient. Let's aim for 10K. So with that, I'm going to show you the easiest ways to buy BFF, just as one example. So first of all, we're going to go into, 1 second. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go into Deck Screener and we're going to find BFF. So BFF, that delete. So I would verify all these contract addresses with the actual contract address list. And I have provided that in the Atropa Dummies video. So what is Atropa for Dummies? Go here and everything is there in the description. So when you go to that video, look in the descriptions and I've provided you with everything that you're going to need to navigate the Atropa ecosystem. So I'm not going to go through the difficult things today. I'm going to go through the basics. So we've got BFF here, and I know that these are the BFF addresses. I've typed BFF. And if we have a look here, wow, these are some good avenues through to BFF, because if you just go through pulsechain, you might have a little bit of slippage. So what we're doing here is we're going to find the best avenue here. So for example, one of the excellent avenues that I know is through no nukes. And the reason why I know this is, again, I'm not going to show the complicated way. So nice, we're holding up. We're holding up, boys. Bit disappointed here. Well, I'm not disappointed, actually. We stabilized above 6K, so people are really holding 7K. Again, let's aim for 10, boys. Let's aim for 10. Let's not aim lower than 10, because let's not aim for 8, because if we aim for 8, so Alkaline mentioned this, and I thought it was a bloody good idea. Let's aim for 10 rather than 8, because at 8, it kind of, yeah, people get a little bit impatient and start selling. So this was nice, and we had a few people selling, and it's okay to sell. It's okay to sell. When I say Jeeps, it's like it's a bit rude. I shouldn't say that, but anyway, our BFF is worth the ungodly price. BFF, that the load. So the easiest way to figure out liquidity paths is you want to be following people like SteadyPup. So SteadyPup here has got nice little posts about liquidity paths. So I save all of these. So I bookmark all of these. So go through PLSPUP. He's also called SteadyPup because he has a steady nature as a pup. And he's got the liquidity paths here. So through basically the best way, one of the best ways is through no nukes, because the numbers here, the thickest pool for BFF is through no nukes. So when we go here, just so you can actually see how obvious this is. So when someone like SteadyPup clears it out, so you got no nukes, PDI, and pulsechain. And what do we see here? No nukes, PDI. We don't even see pulsechain here because a lot of people still trading. There's a lot of volume coming through there, but you're going to get impermanent loss with this as well. Not impermanent loss, sorry. You're going to get a bit of slippage in this because you have to put such a small amount because the liquidity pool is so small. So the liquidity, there's only 17K liquidity in here. So if I want to do like a big buy, the better way is going to be through no nukes. So if you're farming INC, for example, then you trade some INC for no nukes. He even provides a contract address for no nukes, but if you do want to get it, obviously, now that this is BFF and no nukes, you've got BFF here and no nukes here. So then what would I do? Again, if you want to go the more complicated way, have a look at this, go through the Explorer. I'm not going to do that now. I'm not going to show that now. This is just going to be a very, very quick one. As a matter of fact, I'll very, very quickly go through it. This is the more alpha way of doing it. So I'm going to copy BFF address, copy BFF token address. So I go into here, go into BFF, that delete. We're going to hold the 8K, that delete. What do we got? 1,944 holders, 777 suppliers. So holders. Then it's going to show us. So 414. Bay has got the highest supply. So Bay is a benevolent actor, so 21%. And then these are the liquidity pools. So I can open these up. So these are the contracts, the liquidity pools. These ones are people's actual wallets. So I can just see these are the top ones. So I did do this in the video the other day, but again, the more that I show this, the more that people are clear on this, and it's also going to connect more dots. So I'm going to bring tokens up here. So this was the top liquidity pool. So which tokens are in this liquidity pool? It should say no nukes because we know, bang, no nukes. So we got no nukes here. So we got no nukes and BFF. So just like SteadyPup identified BFF to no nukes, the number one highest liquidity pool, 1 to no nukes. For no nukes, though, BFF is its third largest liquidity pool. So its highest liquidity pool is with Discovery. So this is actually something that I'm going to have to explore because I actually don't know too much about Discovery, but we're just looking at BFF. But this same principle is going to apply. Now, therefore, with BFF, the second liquidity pool should be immunity. So let's have a look here. So we have also keep in mind, bingo, okay, immunity. So we've got immunity. And then the third one should be PDI. So let's have a look here. We got tokens and DAI stablecoin, which is PDI. Now, so 10 million PDI. So you could trade your PDI for BFF with minimal slippage. And this fourth one here might end, so suspend prostitution. So pulsechain's not even up here. So why does this matter? Let's see why this matters. Let's just say, for argument's sake now, okay, so I've got I want to buy some BFF. Most people go through pulsechain. Okay, I want to spend like, yeah, BFF's the best. I want to be part of that, the late. I want to be the late. So I'm going to spend, oh, wow, look at this. Okay, so 0.7. Okay, there's two ways to go about this. You can use pulsechain and you're gonna suffer like this much slippage, but I don't want to suffer that much slippage. So I can either reduce that and then minimize it to a point where there's like no slippage, but you're still going to get it, and it's a pain in the ass to do that 10 times. Trust me, it's really annoying. It's just annoying sometimes as well. So as you can see with V1, there's even less liquidity in there. So look how much slippage you're going to suffer there. So I don't want to suffer any slippage. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use the thickest path. So I'm going to go from no nukes. I'm going to go from INC to no nukes, and then from no nukes to BFF, because with BFF, the thickest pool is with no nukes, which means it'll be minimal slippage. So what would I do? I would therefore go to no nukes. So I'm going to copy the no nukes address, copy to clipboard. You can also copy it from here, no nukes. I'm going to go here, and then it's with INC. Let's just say I've got some ink and no nukes. So if I have a look here, so let's just say I've got 10,000. Well, boy, I wish I had 10,000. So let's say I've got 1,000. So interesting. So with V1, you're going to get a better deal with no nukes. There's still going to be some slippage, but it's because it's such a huge amount. So this is where you can start reducing the amount. And it's like, okay, well, I've got 1,000, so I'll break it up into threes, for example. So INC to no nukes. But then if you want, again, even less slippage, well, the even less slippage would be going through Discovery. But yeah, it's not that bad. So the liquidity is still thick. So this is again for big buyers. So then INC to no nukes with either V. So you're getting a better deal with V1. So then you would buy that. And then from no nukes to BFF, I mean, pulsechain to BFF is still so thick. But again, if you're a big player and you want to spend a lot, you're probably going to go through INC, because by the time you go through pulsechain, the slippage is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger because you're eating so much of that pool up. So then you've bought your no nukes. And it's okay to have a little bit of slippage. It all goes to the liquidity provider. So it all goes to the boys anyway. So now where's no nukes? It's because I don't actually own any. So we're going to copy no nukes. So then no nukes to BFF, that delete. That's the only annoying thing about these. You can't really type anything to quickly bring it up. So you always have to copy and paste. But if you own it, obviously, then it's going to be right up the top with what you own. So no nukes. Now let's say, I can't remember how much was the 10,000 pulse chain. So let's go 3 and then look at this 2000. So you're still getting a little bit of slippage there and a lot more with V2. So you want to go through the V1, no nukes to BFF. Now let's exaggerate this just for the sake of highlighting this point about liquidity. Now we're talking about whales. So whales. So let's not do 10,000, 10 million. Let's do, okay, Moon King. Moon King comes along and he says, you know what? I'm a goat. I got a few billy. I want to buy some BFF that delayed. So he's got $1 billion pulse chain. He's like, whoa, geez, it's going to take me forever. Look at this. I've got 54,000. I got $54,000 worth of pulse chain. It's going to take me forever to get BFF. Look at that slippage from 54,000 to 7,000. That's insane. There's no way that I'm going to do. There's just no way that I can actually put that much money through. Now, if we go through, actually, let's make it a little bit more realistic. So even this, okay, so you're basically, so 100 million, right? So 5,400, 3,300, that's how much slippage you're getting. So you're losing like $1,200. There's no way that you're going to do lots and lots of small transactions. So this is where going through things like INC to no nukes actually comes into it. So what was that? 5,400. So let's see how much 5,400 is with this. Here we go. So around this. So you can see here a lot less slippage. And then this is where you would go, okay, what is it? So it's even better with V1. So only $600 of slippage. Okay, so you're getting 5,200. If you want to be extremely, like, suffer even less slippage, then you might divide this up into 4 little buys. So here you're suffering about $600. And here you're suffering about, you would do this 4 times, you're going to suffer like $200. Not that big a deal. And then from the no nukes, then you're going to the BFF. So let's say then we have, what was it? 6, I think it ended up being like 6 no nukes into the BFF. And again, still a little bit more slippage, but you can see, and then again here, you might, again, break this up into a few little buys. So you suffer even less slippage. So this is what I usually do. I generally can't be bothered doing like mega tiny ones, but you can go all the way down to here where it's like, okay, yep. But you got to do so many buys and it's just a pain in the ass. So you might break this up into like 3 little buys, for example. And in the end, this is the way that you can get a lot of liquidity into BFF. So looking at the liquidity routes is very important, particularly for whales, particularly for bigger buyers. So if you're a whale, someone like the Moon King, you want to get into BFF, you want to be one of the Bestie freedom fighters, join us, Moon King, join the Bestie freedom fighters that delight. That's the way you would do it. That's where you want to start to really pay attention to the liquidity routes. There's always going to be pulse chain into different tokens in the Atropa ecosystem, but you want to find the ones which minimize your slippage. And then also, once you start to work that stuff out, you're going to start to see which paths you take, which paths are other people going to take, and then in between those paths, can I be a liquidity provider in between those paths? If I know, for example, ink to no nukes is going to have a lot of value coming through it, I might make an ink to no nukes pool, and then I'm going to capitalize on that as a liquidity provider. And that's where you start to own the ecosystem. You own the decentralized financial system. So with that, hopefully that made things very clear, very simple. Obviously, there's much deeper explanations throughout my channel. So take a look. With that, take care.